catch up with my. Try to catch up with my.
First off today, everything in jade, I'm shoving in the back of the pickup. I'm gonna use the Ford for storage, everything in jade. Just gonna throw in here and then I'm gonna go through it later. But the plan for today is to at least get jade in the garage so we can start going over the plan. Before we get her in the shop, I'm gonna completely strip her down, soft top, roof rack and all. Let's get to it. Space left, not a whole lot. Last step before we bring her into the shop is removing the roof rack. The roof rack hasn't been off in at least a year and a half or longer. So this is pretty much as bare bones as she's been throughout this whole trip. Jade is gutted out.
Just naked.
Ready to go in the shop. Dang.
It's weird seeing it just as a Jeep.
Yeah.
You know,
yeah.
It's like you look at it and you're like, how do you live out of this thing? Because it's a Jeep. It's standard length, it's standard size.
Yeah.
I've been living in it for 3 years.
The rear suspension now is just jacked up and back.
Yeah, it came up probably 4 inches.
Yeah. Yeah. And the shackle angle's actually, the rear shackle angle's actually pretty decent now.
I bet she runs like a stabbed rat down the road now.
Yeah.
You're not hauling an extra 1,000 pounds.
Yeah. It'd be kind of fun to drive her down the road like this.
Shit.
Bugger when she has 1,000 less pounds of weight in her. It's a little bit more bumpier too. Weighted down, she drove like a Cadillac. Just drove Jade to a park nearby the Jeep Freaks headquarters. This is probably one of the last times you'll see Jade in this configuration. So I'm kind of soaking it up. We threw that on to make it illegal, but yeah. Gonna be changing a lot. Little walk around. Well, Jade is officially in the garage. Now what? I don't know what to do. So far, all I've told you guys is that we're stretching Jade. But as far as how much, we gotta figure that out actually right now. Everything about this build is gonna be custom, including the top. So we're not limited to a scrambler length. Functionality is our main priority. In my case, fitting a bed inside here. So how long are we gonna stretch her? Let's find out.
34 inches to the bottom of your boots, so 36.
36.
For some thick wool socks, maybe.
Yeah.
Some
slippers.
slippers.
Maybe I'll grow a couple more inches.
You do. I'm waiting for my second grow.
If we'd stick to a scrambler, it'd still be a little short for my height, laying inside with a bed and such. And that's why we're gonna do custom build. Jeep lovers out there, brace yourselves. We are at the family shop, and there is a ton of Jeeps here. Now we specifically came here to check out Travis's nephew's Jeep. It's a CJ7 that's been extended to a CJ8 wheelbase. So we want to look at it for reference, and then so I can get a visual, idea of what we're going to be working with.
There's one of everything.
All right. Okay. First, we got a nice two-door JK right here. Cherokee over here. Beautiful Wagoneer over here. Now they're like, looks like 70s model. Dang, this is Rick's Jeep.
It's a CJ7 that's been stretched to an LJ.
YJ pickup. This is awesome. Oh man, then we got a big wagon.
Yeah, this is Rick's. He built this for Ultimate Adventure, or was invited to an Ultimate Adventure. It's a 56 wagon, but it's been just clear coated over the top of the original patina.
I love the patina look. Yeah, that looks, oh man. This is so cool. Oh, we got a CJ5, Willys, couple Willys, another wagon.
Got a male Jeep.
Wow. Nice little flat fender over there. Cool shop, no doubt. So this CJ has been stretched to a CJ8 wheelbase, just to get an idea for us. I'm trying to get a good idea on how much I want to add here and how much I want to add here. They left this one stocking back and added about 24 inches right there. And then you can see the frames all custom. Now as far as where the wheel well placement goes, besides cosmetics, the main priorities are off-road capability and on-road drivability.
Once we get the body stretched, we will build some corner armor out of probably 3/16 aluminum that comes all the way around, and it won't have a wheel well cut in it. Once we get the sheet on there, get the inner fender where it needs to go, then put the outer piece of aluminum on, and then cut the wheel well wherever we want. One of the options that Jake and I have discussed is, since we're going to have an extra 3 feet right here, is doing an access door for gear, because he'll still have his sliders and refrigerator in the back, bed over the top, so that a door right here might make a lot of sense for something that's long or just quick access. Jake uses every inch of storage he can, so if you can give 5 more inches down low for heavy items, for water, and just be able to access it through the door, it gives it a good, overland kind of feel, but it's still very functional. While we've been working on a few things, I've been measuring the frame and making sure that the frame is square. I've made sure the body is square to the frame, and it's very close. It's within a 1/16 of an inch, and for a Jeep, that's more than acceptable.
Especially for jumping her.
Especially for jumping. I use the front body line to square this line to that, just by measuring corner to corner, and then you get a vertical cut line. Check it with a carpenter square.
Being stretched, we obviously need to stretch the frame. Originally we were talking about adding a 3-foot section, but after talking with your good buddy Rick, who's done a lot of the stretches and kind of throwing ideas back together, we actually are just going to build an entire new frame.
This is the only parallel part of a YJ frame. From there back will be a custom built frame. It's easier to just build a new frame than it is to modify this one at that point. Stretching it 3 feet, you have 2 joints. You build one, you have 1 joint. So from there to the rear bumper will be a new piece of frame. We're gonna narrow it up a little bit, put the leaf springs on the outside of the frame to change the shackle position.
As far as the top goes, we're gonna build it out of aluminum, and it's gonna kind of look like those old fighter jets with rivets, like every few inches. Build the frame out of steel, and then like on enclosed trailers, we'll use aluminum to wrap it, and then put rivets like every few inches. And it's gonna match the body on the side too, which is gonna have the riveted plates, where we're gonna cut out the wheel well and all that. So,
and we're gonna do it ourselves, with materials that are easy to work with, so that we can, if we need to change the plan, we can change the plan. If we need a little more height, we can do that. Yeah,
we're gonna mess around with possibly doing a little bit taller too, so we'll have more room inside. And then if something gets damaged on the trail, you just peel off that section and you can put on a new section. Reskin it. I might end up leaving it metal. It might look really cool with that, kind of like the old CJ5 hardtops that were on there. Keep the vintage look, keep it jade. So I think it's a cool idea.
It's a great evolution, I think, of jade. Your life is evolving, and we're gonna build jade to accommodate it.
Yeah, everything is gonna be custom, top, wheelbase, bed, everything. So
The front half will stay the same.
Yeah, from here forward should be the same. The roof rack as well is going to be 3 feet longer, and it's going to give us a lot of room. So lots of changes to come for Jade. We have access to a 5,000 square foot shop, but instead we're doing it in a single car garage. Now there's a reason for that. I wanted to show you guys that you could do it in your garage.
And anybody could do
anybody's
this.
garage.
I want to show like the grassroots build. You know, if you take Jade to a shop to have a lot of work done, it's not what Jade and you are about.
Well, it's not.
It's about the minimalist, survivalist, do what you can with what you have, right? So that's why we're doing this.
We don't have any lifts or anything like that. Yeah.
I mean, and it's 1 inch from the front of the garage door. We got maybe 5 feet in the back, a couple feet on the sides.
So it should be interesting. And we're not doing any kind of fancy shop or anything, so
nope.
Just gonna do it here. Got the camper, we're all set.
I love it.
Just a crappy little welder. Some grinders, torch.
Yeah, and I'm gonna do some welding. I'm finally gonna get to learn how to weld.
And I have
Non-structural.
Just nothing structural that like needs to hold up. I'm really excited to be back with Jeep Freaks to do this project. They were the first people I hit up when I started having these plans for Jade, and I knew they were the right people to go to. So, well, I didn't know. I was hoping.
Wow, yeah.
And we'll still, find out if that's the case. I'm going to be filming everything, and on top of that, we're going to do some live streaming. And we're going to have a really cool setup for you guys to watch it live. We're going to have multiple cameras going. It's going to be really cool, and the first live video we're going to do is cutting Jade in half. Alright, Jade is pretty much completely gutted. A little bit of what I've accumulated over the last few months here. A couple rat nests, bird nests, random assortments. Harmonica, lint roller. I have literally no idea how or why this is in here. Oh yeah, that's a waterproof Bluetooth speaker. Not one, but 2 cans of off. Spencer just found some tweezers.
Muy important.
How long have you been missing those?
For a good month, probably.
I have so many people to thank. This community has been so supportive. First off, to new Patreon supporters, Matt Looper, Brian Cork, Matt Potter, Timothy Kajesbo, and Adam. Second off, a bunch of you guys donated on PayPal, and I cannot thank you enough. Bradley Dimmitt, Oregon, Miriam Northcutt Burmer, Indiana, Jane Elo, all the way in Finland, and fellow Wisconsinite, Roland Martin. Thank you guys all so much for your support. I really appreciate it. And stay tuned for the next video. It's going to be the live video of us cutting Jade in half. Should be fun. Alright everybody, see you soon.